We see it every year in the NFL. After the season ends, Black Monday, coaches get the axe, but this year a little different. GMs also being shown the door. How much of an impact is it there are now 3 openings for general managers?
Yeah, Tuesday was just as dark as Monday this year, and it is very unusual to have 3 GM jobs open. You know, I could sit here and rattle off head coaching prospects all day long. When you talk about young talent evaluators ready to be general managers, that's a lot tougher putt. You have to assume one of the guys just fired, Bill Polian, could very well be in demand in Chicago or St. Louis. We know that Reggie McKenzie up in Green Bay has been talked about a lot as possibly going to San Diego. If that job opened up, it didn't, but he could be a prospect in Chicago. You got Floyd Reese, who's been working with the New England Patriots, who was a very successful general manager in Tennessee for quite a while. But other than that, the names are a lot harder to find, and really the coaching dominoes won't fall until some of the until some of the general manager dominoes start to fall.
Yeah, we hear about some of the big name coaches that would want some of that power. I think we talked about Bill Cowher possibly being a candidate in San Diego if Turner and Smith were gone. Now that they stay, how surprising is it that they remain in San Diego, and what impact does that have on the rest of the dominoes falling?
Well, you know, the reason that a lot of people were matching Cowher up with San Diego is we know he wants an established quarterback, and Phillip Rivers fit that bill. Now, there's other head coaching jobs open where you could get a really good young prospect as your quarterback, but we don't know if that's what Cowher wants. And while Cowher wants definite input into personnel, I don't know that he wants to also be the GM, so to speak. So I really think that Norv Turner and A.J. Smith surviving in San Diego may keep Bill Cowher in the broadcast booth for another year.
Cowher not the only big name that we've heard, former coaches. Jeff Fisher's name is being thrown about quite a bit, already interviewing with some teams. Where do you expect him to ultimately land?
You know, we had heard him matched up with St. Louis, but they've got to find a GM now. We know that he's been flying around in Miami Dolphin owner Steve Ross's helicopter. We know that Steve Ross is desperate for a big name. Don't think he loves Gruden. Don't think he can get Cowher because he doesn't have the quarterback piece of the puzzle. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if Jeff Fisher is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
What's another name that we're not hearing yet that maybe we will come about that people are familiar with?
It's going to be Brian Billick. Brian Billick did a really good job winning a Super Bowl ring in Baltimore without a good offense, which is his specialty. Again, one of these teams with a young quarterback. Maybe it's Jacksonville, maybe it's St. Louis, but I think this is the year that Brian Billick gets back on the sidelines too.
Not the only guy up in the booth like John Gruden that may be back this year. Maybe Brian Billick is the name you're going to hear next. That's the way we hear it from around the league. For the best coverage of the NFL, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.
It's never too early to start thinking about the NFL Draft, and Pro Football Weekly's new draft database has you covered. Check out updated player rankings for over 750 prospects and our exclusive PFW Stock Watch. Just go to the Draft tab at ProFootballWeekly.com.